Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Ethereal Fam, and if this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for your love and support. In today's reading, we're going to be finding out what can you appreciate about yourself that others don't. So what are those qualities, those personality traits, those things about you, either physical, emotional, personality wise? What are those things about you that you can appreciate that others might not appreciate? So that's what we're going to be finding out today, because the truth of the matter is it's not every single thing that is good about us rather that other people are going to also appreciate. You understand? For instance, if you're a very honest person, not everyone is going to appreciate your honesty, because perhaps, especially people that are dishonest, they won't like you because of your honesty. So we're going to be finding out those things about you that others might not appreciate but you should appreciate about yourself. Okay, all right, so we're going to first start off with your cards. I'm going to shuffle your cards. Then if you want to, of course, skip this part, you can go straight to these timestamps in the description box below. But if you like to join me for this part, then please stick around. So what can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? Okay, I'm being called to put this on this. What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? What can they appreciate about themselves? I'm being called this one and this. About themselves that others don't. This one. Oh, no, just this one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next is this. So what can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? Whoa, okay. What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? I feel like there's so many things that you can appreciate about yourself that others might not appreciate. All right, I think I need to pick this right here. Yes. All right. So all right, so what can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? Okay, this two and this one. Got it. Take this one as well. I guess this one wants to come out. What can they appreciate? Okay, this one too. About themselves that others don't. What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? All right. What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? What can they appreciate about themselves that others don't? All right. Now that we're done shuffling, we can begin the reading. So first off, we have feathers. Someone you know is undependable or insincere. Then we have fire. Strong emotions, passionate love or hate. Then we have love. Okay. Then we have tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay. And we have angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Beautiful. And we have claw, be careful, do not take risks. Beautiful. Then we have horse, short journey. And we have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Desk, pay attention to your work. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Now we have pathway. And we have judication, high honor, journey. Oh, this one wants to come out. I'm gonna put it here. Concern. This is the world card. And we have the Fool. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, this came upside down. This is the 10 of Wands. Wow. Interesting. Then we have the 2 of Squares. Okay. Then we have the 3 of crosses. The 3 of crosses. And we have 11 of circles. Okay. And we have 14 of circles. And we have 8 of circles. Then these last 2 cards, I think we have the 12 of circles and the 10 of circles. Okay, you might not be able to see them on camera, but I'll place them right here for reference. Yeah. Okay. First of all, I'm getting that you guys have like a mix, like you have what's the word, there's like a dichotomy in your energy. You guys have 2 different aspects to yourself that seem opposing, but you're able to seamlessly weave together into a beautiful symphony. That's what I'm getting. So it's like you guys are both hot and cold. You know, you're both fast and slow, you're both calm and fierce. So you have this type of energy to you where you're able to shift from one extreme to another, or from one opposite to another. So for instance, now you guys are very fierce, strong people. You have like this fiery energy, but at the same time you're very loving, very nurturing, very emotionally connected. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So you have that mixture of both energies in your personality, and the fact that you're able to have these both energies is something that other people may not necessarily like, but it's something that you should appreciate about yourself, because it shows that you are a balanced person. It shows that you are able to tilt from one end to another depending on the situation or where it's needed. You're able to find your middle ground. You're not too much on one side or too much on the other side. Do you understand? So you're a very emotional, nurturing person, but at the same time you're able to use your logic, you're able to use your common sense, is what I'm hearing, to discern things. So you're not too emotional, you're not too logical, you're able to use both, marry them together. Yes, we have love here, so you're able to marry both aspects of yourself together, and this is what helps you to achieve success in your life. This is what helps you in making good decisions in your life. Okay. And unfortunately, some other people might not like that. Yes, that's what I'm getting, because they're not able to put you in a box, so to speak. You know, it makes other people unable to put you in a box. They cannot say, oh, this person is just too emotional all the time, or weak, or whatever the case is, because people usually perceive other people that are emotional as weak, but that's far from the truth, because it takes a lot of strength and courage to be connected to your emotions. So allow yourself to feel your emotions. You're also the kind of person that you can put your emotions aside when it's needed and think clearly, think straight, like, okay, what's going on here, like what's happening here, do you understand? Like, I need to analyze the situation and use my logic to make a good decision. So you're able to do both things, but this is something that other people may not appreciate about yourself, but you should appreciate about yourself. Okay. And with this Fool card, and we have journey, then we have short journey here as well. You guys have been on a spiritual journey. Yes, that's what I'm getting. You've been on a spiritual journey. You've had a long journey. Even though some of you might still be very young, you have old souls. That's what I'm guessing. You have old souls. You've been on a long journey. Yes. Okay, I just realized this card. Let me cover her up. So like I was saying, you've been on a long journey, my dear. Like on a soul evolution journey. Yes, you're able to balance yourself out. In the past, you may have had struggles or issues, but one thing I'm getting is, even when you face yourself face to face with obstacles that are like feeling insurmountable, yes, that feel like, oh my god, for other people they might just cave under the pressure, or they might excuse me, or they might feel like, oh my god, it's the end of the world, or they might be unwilling to take risks. Oh yes, that's what I'm getting. You might be unwilling to take risks because we have claw, be careful, do not take risks. But then over here you have this Fool card. The Fool card is literally about having faith, being willing to take risks. You can see this man over here is like jumping off a cliff. There's a cliff here and he's like ready to jump off the cliff. So that's you. You're not afraid to close chapters and start new journeys. Yeah, so what I'm getting is you're the kind of person that you're not afraid to end a chapter, to walk away from something that no longer serves you, and to move on to something else. Yes, because with this 8 of circles, that's 8 of circles is about walking away, moving forward, moving on from things. You guys are not afraid to start your journey all over again. And with this journey card number 10 has to do with completion of cycles and ending of something. And then the Fool card is like a beginning. So since they're right next to each other, it's your personal, something about you that you should appreciate is the fact that you move through cycles one after the other. Like, you don't waste too much time to complete a cycle, learn the lesson, and then move forward. Okay, so maybe other people around you, especially maybe people from your past, they might feel like you are the kind of person that doesn't because you don't hold on to things, like you're not too attached to things, situations, and people in such a way that it stops your soul's evolution. Do you understand? So this is something that other people might not appreciate about you, but you should appreciate about yourself, because it makes them feel like, oh, what does this person, the example I'm getting is like, for instance, now let's say you're able to quickly move on from relationships that are not serving you. When you notice that maybe you have a partner, for instance, that is not treating you well, is not doing the right thing for you, is not, being the right person for you, and you've tried your best to amend the relationship, and you yourself, you've tried to also look at yourself and see if there's any issues that you may have that you need to also fix. But once you see that the relationship is not good for you, it's not healthy for you, you're not afraid to leave it. It may hurt, you know, in the moment. It might not be a decision that you come to so quickly and easily, but you always find a way to move on. You always find a way to move on and walk away. You always find a way to balance yourself out, and you're never ever afraid to end something and start something new, because it's not over. Like, this is not the only thing ever. Like, it's not like the last person in the world. So why would you stick with somebody that is not treating you well? They're not the only person. You have 8 billion people in the world. But this is something that other people might not appreciate about you, but the reason is because they themselves, it makes them feel it's like you bring out their shadow. Your actions reflect on other people's shadow, because maybe some of them, they might be in such relationships that they are not happy in, but they stay in it because they don't have your courage to jump into a new situation, to leave the situation, to move forward, to move on with their life. They don't have your kind of courage. So sometimes they project this negatively onto you and make it seem like, oh, this kind of person doesn't care, they're always jumping from one relationship to another, or whatever the case is that they might say. But it's just a reflection of their own shadow, the fact that they are not able or willing to move on or to move forward, and they are not open to change in their life like you are. You are always open to change, because if change is not occurring, if there's no change, if there's no growth, if there's no movement, then it's the same thing as not being alive. Do you understand? Anything that is not growing, it's not changing, it's not moving forward, it's practically dead. Because there are a lot of people that they are alive, but they are not living. Do you understand? But you, my darling, you are living. You are definitely living. And this is something that you should appreciate about yourself. The fact that you're always willing to close cycles and move on to the next. You're always willing to walk away from things that don't serve you. And the thing is, even if you are very emotionally invested in it, or financially invested, whatever it is, if you realize that something is truly not good for you, when you come to that realization, you will make the right choice. You always make the best choice for yourself, because you have this mindset of things are always going to work out no matter what. It's not the end of the world. You don't know the future, but you can't stay stuck in the past either. You understand? Yes. So that's something that you should appreciate about yourself. Another thing, like, it's also stems from what I just explained. Another thing I'm getting is you guys are not afraid to take risks. Okay, so just like with this focal, like I mentioned, because for other people, with the relationship example I mentioned, they might be thinking, oh, how can I leave this relationship that I've been in for 10 years, for 20 years, this and that. You know, they feel afraid of what is out there. They feel like maybe perhaps they won't find someone better, or there won't be something better out there waiting for them. But you do not follow that line, okay? You're willing to risk it, because they feel like it's risky that for you to leave something that is safe and in their own mind secure, but it's not giving them happiness, it's not giving them comfort. You know, they prefer to stay in their comfort zone, but you are willing to step out of your comfort zone. So to them, it's seen as you are a kind of person that is willing to take risks. Okay, so perhaps leaving a toxic relationship now is something that you're willing to do, even if you don't know whether or not you're going to meet someone else. But of course, we on this channel, we are of the school of thought that the world is abundant and that God always provides. God always has more and more in store for us, only if we're willing to open our arms and receive. Okay, so of course they wouldn't understand, because they don't have that mindset. They have a scarcity mindset perhaps, so that's why they will see you as doing something risky, whereas the risk is they staying in a relationship or an environment that is not safe or good for them not taking action to move to something better. So this is something they may not appreciate in you, but you should appreciate in yourself. Okay, the fact that you're willing to take such risks, even though at the end of the day they're not truly risks, because you are divinely guided. All your steps, all the things that you do, all the things that you move forward towards, every single time you listen to your intuition, every single time you take a decision that maybe to other people may seem absurd, may seem ridiculous, why are you following this path, why are you doing this, why are you starting all over, why this, why that, always remember that you are divinely guided. Okay, you are divinely guided, and that's, I feel like some of you are truly like prayerful, you're connected to your spirituality and whatnot, and whenever you feel dissatisfied, you follow your intuitive guidance. You might not know where this decision to leave something behind is going to take you, but you still follow it because you just have this inner knowing that things are going to work out eventually. But other people who are not probably connected to their intuition, they're not connected to their spirituality, they may not be able to relate with that, so they cannot possibly understand the reasons why you make some of the decisions that you make. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So with this cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life, yeah, so anytime that you find yourself dissatisfied with life, it's like an opportunity for you to move up, like to level up in your spiritual journey, in your spiritual evolution. Yes, with this 10 of Wands in reverse, something you should appreciate about yourself that others don't is that even when you feel like you what's the word, when perhaps things seem like it's at its end, like, because the 10 of Wands is about like a great, like heavy burden. Yes, a heavy burden, feeling overwhelmed, carrying a huge load on your back and whatnot. You're never concerned, not necessarily never concerned, but like, how do I explain it, like even when you find yourself in situations like this where it seems like everything is about to crumble, or things are about to like you can't move on anymore, you can't take it anymore, you'll always find a way to turn things around. That's what I'm getting. Yes, to turn things around, because this card is upside down, it's in reverse. So rather than feeling the weight of it, you use your yes, like I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, you use your logic and your emotions to move forward from that situation. So to other people that might be in that situation, if other people in that, some other people oh my goodness, English some other people who may find themselves in similar situations might not be able to move forward from those situations. Those kind of situations might actually be the end of their journey, but not you, my darling, certainly not you, because you are able to marry your emotions and your logic to make decisions that end up moving you forward. Okay, and I'm also getting that just when people think that you are stuck somewhere, like something comes along and you just like move forward, like you just move forward, like it's like, how do I explain it, like maybe people thought that you were stuck somewhere or you were stuck in a situation, but then before they know it, in the blink of an eye, like the whole situation has turned around for you in a good way, in a great way, and then it's like you're moving on from the situation, or the situation now rearranges itself in such a way that it's like a new beginning for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is something that you should appreciate about yourself. Other people might not appreciate that fact about you, but this is something that you should appreciate, because it's like, I'm getting like is one of your gifts in this life. Situations that would probably crumble other people, that other people will probably crumble under, you, my darling, you're able to use those situations as your catalyst for an evolution. You're able to use that as your level up PowerPoint, or how do I explain it? It's like what I'm seeing in my mind now, it's like when you're playing a game and then like you hit one of the giant coins, and then that once you hit the coin, it gives you powers, and then you're able to like jump high to the next level. Do you understand? So that's what I just saw. So when you find yourself in those kind of situations, those situations are actually what help you to move to the next level, to move to the next category. Whereas for other people, that might be where their journey will end, or maybe that is where they're going to crumble under pressure. Do you understand? So this is something about you that you should appreciate about yourself that others might not. So there's a lot of talk about risk, and yes, see, we have doing something risky, taking a chance. Tiger. Over here we have claw. Be careful, do not take risks. There's just different talk about risk. And then we have the Fool. The Fool is also a card about taking risks, about starting a new journey. You don't know where the journey is going to take you, but you're willing to jump forward onto it. So that's one major thing about yourself, my darling, that you should truly appreciate, that other people might not appreciate. Your willingness to take risks, because being stuck, being stagnant is not living, my dear. It is not living. You need to be willing to take risks. Staying in your comfort zone is just going to keep you stagnant. It's going to keep you small, but you're willing to move forward. Okay. And what I'm also getting is that when you have a target in your mind, a target in front of you, you focus all your energy on it. You're the kind of person that you never stop until you finish the work. You never stop until you've completed. When you set your mind to something, you will achieve it. Like, you will make sure that you do what you can to achieve it. That's what I'm getting. So this is something about you that others might not appreciate, but you should appreciate about yourself. Because I'm getting that it may evoke some feelings of jealousy or envy in others when they see you relentlessly going towards your goals, even when you've been met with so many obstacles that to them, if they were in your situation, they would have crumbled under it. But you keep going. You just keep on going. You stay laser focused on your path, and you are always able to complete your journey. Yes, because this is the World card, my dear, and the World card is a card of completion. It's a card of completion. It's a card of finishing what you started. So you're able to finish whatever it is that you start, and you're able to finish it gracefully is what I'm getting. With this high honor, you're able to finish it gracefully. And just got number 7. 5 plus 2 is 7, so maybe 7 is significant to somebody listening. I'm getting angel number 7. Yes, angel number 7. So if you've been seeing angel number 7, then this reading is definitely for you. Okay, what I'm getting is, if you've been seeing angel number 7, your spirit guides or your angels are trying to communicate with you. So that's a side message for somebody listening. They're trying to communicate with you. So they want you to pay attention to whatever is going on around you, or whatever. I'm getting whatever you're watching. So if perhaps you're scrolling through your phone and you see 77 or 777 or multiples of 7 in some way, like, you should pay attention. That's the messages they're trying to send to you. So that's a side message for somebody out there listening. Back to the reading. So yes, you're able to complete anything that you start, and this is something that you should always appreciate about yourself. Think about the times where you've overcome certain things in your life that you thought that, oh my god, how is this going to happen? But they always worked out for you. And one of the reasons why is because you are greatly protected, my darling. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You are greatly protected. You are greatly guided. God is always holding your hand. God is always there for you. Okay, so this is the reason why some things that you do, other people cannot do it, because they don't have the same connection that you have. So they may not appreciate this about you, because they feel like, how is this person able to do this? Why is this person like this? So maybe perhaps if they see you continuously struggling to complete something that to them is like, why bother? You understand? Because maybe they have tried and they felt like they couldn't go on, but then you keep going on. It's because you guys' destiny is different. Your destiny is different. You're not the same breed. You're not the same person. So one thing you guys need to take from this reading is that never compare yourself to other people, because you are not meant to experience the same kind of life a lot of people are experiencing. Trust me, you're not meant to experience the same kind of life. You're not meant to settle for the same kinds of things that other people settle for, because you have a special path is what I'm saying. I'm getting a special path, a divine path. Your life in this on this earth is spiritually guided. Okay, so it's not regular. You're not regular, my darling. You are not regular. So always remember that. What I'm also getting with this three of crosses is that you guys may have had some endings, you know, maybe in some relationships with this love here, in some relationships in the past, or perhaps what I'm getting is some of you might soon end relationships in your life, or some relationships might be coming to an end in your life right now or in the near future, and they may hurt, but it is there for a reason. So I'm guessing this is a heads up to some of you that some situations in your life may come to an end very soon, and it may hurt, but know that all this is divinely guided, okay? And if you've been on this spiritual journey, like most of us watching, I feel most of you have been on a spiritual journey. So if you've been on a spiritual journey like me, my darling, then you know, like, all these things are not easy. Do you get? And some people, they just don't have the I'm getting tough skin for it. Do you get? Because it's not an easy journey. Everybody is all about, oh, spirituality, this and that, but it's really not an easy journey. It's not. It's easier to live a purely material based life, a purely materialistic life, than to have a spiritual life, honestly. But it's always worth it in the end. It is absolutely worth it in the end. So you guys may have some endings coming soon. I'm also noticing number 3. So 333 may be significant to somebody. There may be some endings very soon in your life, and it may not be easy, but know that as soon as that ends, you will have a new beginning. A new journey will start for you, a new emotionally fulfilling journey. So if this is a relationship, it might end, or it may have ended, or it will end, but then shortly after, you will find something new. Okay, something new is going to come towards you. It could also be a relationship with family, with friends, business partners, platonic relationships, co-workers, whatever the case is. It's not going to be long after that ends that you, my darling, will move into something new and better. That something new and better is going to be given to you, okay? So it might hurt, and don't like be tempted to ignore your emotions. If you want to cry, if you want to do anything you need to do, okay, don't suppress your emotions, but know that that too shall pass. That's what I always tell myself whenever I find myself in unbearable situations. I'm like, why is it happening to me? I just remind myself when I'm able to, of course, because sometimes you're so in the moment that you're not able to remember all those things. But when I'm able to remember, I tell myself, this too shall pass, okay? And this emotionally fulfilling relationship that you're going to have, whether it's business, romantic, platonic relationship, or love relationship, or family relationship, is going to go from 0 to 100, in the sense that it's going to develop at a rather fast pace. But of course, I'm not saying you should rush anything. Don't rush anything, okay? But in the sense that it will develop fast, because a lot of the lessons you had to learn from your previous ended relationships or connections, you've already learned it. So this will develop fast because you already have those lessons at the back of your palms. Do you get? You've already learned to discern certain behaviors, certain people, all those things. So this will develop fast because you already know what is right for you and what is wrong for you. You already know how to navigate things, how to navigate your connections with people, because you've already learned all these things from your past connections. So this connection is going to be easier for you because you have armored with you the lessons that you've taken from your previous experiences. Do you understand? So it's not like you're going to be trying to figure this out again and blah blah blah. No, because you've already learned all those lessons. So it will be easier for you to navigate this new relationship, this new connection. That's what I'm getting. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope this reading resonated. Oh yes, and this card, this 10 of circles. what I'm getting from this Ten of Circles is this new thing that is going to come, this new relationship that is going to come after this possible ending, after this ending, you're going to be so happy. Like, this Ten of Circles is ultimate emotional fulfillment. You're going to be so happy. It's going to like give you everything you always wanted. It's going to be like the perfect connection for you. Okay, like I'm hearing rainbows, so it's going to be like all sunshine and rainbows for you, my darling. That's what I'm getting. All right, so that's all the messages I have for you. I hope this video resonated. If it did, then please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscribe button and click on the bell notification so you're notified every single time I post a new reading. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye.